After Oxfordshire County Council approved plans to lock residents into one of 6 zones to save the planet from global warming, protests against the decision are being organised to take place in February. The council will introduce green light traffic filters in the city. They will ban private vehicles from 6 areas at certain times and are set to be introduced next year. Well, Ben Pyle is an independent researcher and writer. I believe that you are one of the people... Good morning. You're one of the people helping to galvanise public opposition to this plan. Why?
Yeah, well, Together Declaration has many thousands of members and signatories and people with expertise. And we believe that the scheme in Oxford and elsewhere in the country simply isn't democratic, hasn't passed any democratic tests, and people aren't being listened to. If you look at the consultations and the consultation process, it seems that Oxfordshire County Council and Oxford County Council are quite intransigent in their approach to the public. And this is a problem that stems from all parties that are involved in those governments. So recently, the Conservatives lost overall control, but they were quite keen on this traffic management system. And now there is a coalition of Liberal Democrats, Labour and Greens. And they're all identical, it seems to us. So there hasn't been a debate at the political level in Oxfordshire or Oxford, which reflects what's happening at the national level.
Isn't it the case, though, when it comes to net zero, there doesn't need to be any sort of democratic process? It just feels like this decision has been just made for us and we all have to buy into it, even if that means small yet huge changes to our life and the decisions and the choices that we're allowed to make about where we move around. Even if you believe that we should be saving the planet, that doesn't seem like a crazy idea to buy into. But why does it concern you and the Together Declaration? What are we at risk of losing?
I think democracy is the best way of determining policy, and that means a frank conversation about the problems either a town like Oxford or the whole country face. Climate policies might be worse than climate change itself. If you're going to lose your income, and you may lose your house, and you may join many thousands of other people in losing your income or your house, it's hard to say that that's a problem that's preferable to slightly different weather.